Fact of the day.
Fact of the day.
Hello, hi, and welcome to Fact of the Day with me, Mark Lotsu. Forensic science, the insect detectives. So, forensic entomology is the study of flies and their arthropod friends that inhabit decomposing corpses in order to help solve crimes. One of the very earliest cases of this is in a book called The Washing Out of Wrongs by the legend that is Sung Tzu. You might have read his book, The Art of War. So, as a Chinese military officer and general. And what happened is he talks about there's been a murder in a village, dun dun dun. One of the farmers gets murdered, and then he says to all the farmers, right, I want everybody to bring your sickles to this field at this time. So they bring the sickles, midday heat, they all put the sickles down, they all look exactly the same, nothing wrong with the sickles, but as time progresses, flies slowly land on one of the sickles because there are trace amounts of blood still on the sickle. That's the first case that I know of forensic science being used in the field, and that's 2,500 years ago. Amazing. So the presence of these insects can help to determine the time of death, can help to determine things like the cause of death. And what it is that insects land on decaying corpses, because as corpses decay, they give off loads of gases. They give off ammonia, they give off methane, they give off hydrogen sulfide, give off hydrogen, and they give off these gases at different points in the decomposition. And these gases that are given off then attract different insects to the body. So the first insects that arrive are the blowflies. And the blowflies then land on the decaying corpses as they're putrefying, all the liquid's coming out of the cells, and it's just going all mushy and gushy. And they land on them, they lay their eggs, and they hatch into these larvae, into maggots, and then they change back into flies and fly off. Next, we get flesh flies. So flesh flies come along. Then we get beetles. Then you get other insects which come and feed on either the maggots or feed on flesh flies or feed on blowflies or feed on beetles. So by looking at the population of organisms that are actually on the decomposing body, you can tell pretty accurately when the body was killed and how long it's been out for. You also need to take into account things like the air temperature, if it was rain, if it's windy, whether the body's on cold ground. All of these things are taken into account, but forensic scientists can use this information, entomologists can use this information to determine when the body was killed. So thank you to the insects, thanks to the flies, thanks to the beetles, you're really helping us out here. After about 3 weeks, pretty much most of the body has been decayed. There you've got bones, you've got big teeth, you've got cartilage, bits of flesh, bits of tissue here and there, and there's lots of putrefaction, lots of this liquid stuff. So it's good for that period, death up to 2 or 3 weeks later, and you can pretty much tell when it dies. After then, other factors are taken into account which can determine the time of death. If you enjoyed that, please hit like, please hit subscribe. That's it from me. Love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye.